Like a seed planted in fertile soil, the Automotive Industry Transformation Fund was born out of vision, intent, and promise. What began as a bold idea has now taken root, weathered seasons, and started to flourish. Not just growing, but multiplying. With each initiative, each partnership, each milestone, we're seeing proof that when transformation is nurtured with purpose, it yields exponential impact. This is more than just growth. It's a regenerative cycle of empowerment, seeding opportunity through South Africa's automotive value chain.
When we reflect on the journey towards achieving the South African Automotive Master Plan ambitions, it was very important that we look at finding several strategic tools that we can add into the toolbox. That way it will assist us to be able to tighten some of the ambitions and objectives that the sector has. Amongst them, obviously, the industrialization topic, localization, as well as fueling the most important topic of inclusive growth within the sector. This is why the AITF was conceptualized. Not as a silver bullet, but as a complementary tool that assists the sector to achieve its own objective. Our role is not isolated, is put in place to complement public and private stakeholders in ensuring that we drive the sector's competitiveness as the sector competes with other global players in the automotive sector's value chain. So the AITF is well positioned to be able to drive some of these particular ambitions on behalf of the sector and so on. The AITF was since conception complemented by a presence of the 7 OEM CEOs who have sat within our governance structures, I think giving a very strong indication of them backing the efforts that they've put in place towards the implementation of the transformation efforts. And this has been seen through them putting together and endorsing a strategy called BOOST, B-O-O-S-T. The B is for building, the O is for orientation, the other O is for operating, another S, the S is for solving, and then transformation. So what we wanted to do from foundation up is to be able to build a very solid foundation where we operate and deliver against our fundamental mandate, which is to implement the equity equivalent investment program. But we had foreseen that there would be a time and a need to orientate and solve and therefore transform, meaning be the go-to company. So we've since created excess capacity using our orientate and solve to be able to not only focus on just compliance, but creating a structure that can complement the sector to be competitive. So moving from compliance to competitiveness. All of this we do so that we can assist the sector to achieve its objectives. This has given birth to more than just the EEIP that we manage. It is now has evolved into us managing several topics on behalf of the sector. One of them is we are managing the APGP2 Transformation Fund, which we have a cohort of component manufacturers that are participating in that particular fund. Number two, we are now also managing the Supplier Competitiveness Initiative. It's called ASCII, Automotive Supply Chain Competitiveness Initiative, where we focus on enhancing and developing competitiveness within the companies that are manufacturing. Simply put, enhancing their operational management activities so that they're able to produce better, faster, efficiently, eliminating waste and other things that obviously hinders their business case to be able to deliver against the customers, being the OEMs themselves. Another part that we manage as the AITF is that we've been given a very, I think, important strategic role of being the Secretariat of the Executive Oversight Council or Committee, which is chaired by Minister Pakstow. This particular initiative positions the AITF well in being centered to helping the sector to navigate South African Automotive Master Plan targets and objectives. We have established as a result an execution arm that focuses on delivering against the pillars of the Automotive Master Plan. If I can quote a few, we've got local market optimization, which needs to be looked into. We've got regional integration that needs to be looked into. We've got localization, we've got industry transformation, we've got skill development, as well as infrastructure and technology. These particular elements, we will be able to deliver them through a project management office, which will be led by our Chief Project Officer in executing what we call is the SAAM Delivery Office. We'll create a list of projects that are outcome-based to complement the policy framework in ensuring that we are able to deliver against all of these master plan pillars and so on. And this work is very important for the sector in influencing the direction in which the sector wants to pivot towards and improving the performance of the sector to get to its competitiveness objectives. You zoom into the skill development, excited about the graduate program that we are launching for ourselves as well as for the sector. In this case, obviously, focusing on the beneficiaries we've supported and giving them much needed workforce that can complement them, but also creating opportunity for learning. And this we've partnered with the YES program and the sector as well. And if you zoom in on the infrastructure perspective, I think the launch and the focus on the new energy vehicle charging infrastructure is going to be paramount to contributing towards creating competitiveness. We'll be focusing on local market optimization as well as regional integration and working with key partners and other stakeholders in ensuring that we drive these objectives. The same is true for localization. The importance of partnering with other partners is going to be key. That is why going to NACAAM Show is quite key in ensuring that we position our beneficiaries that can better complement already the existing cohort of suppliers that are there. So we'll be working with NACAAM to ensure that we entrench, develop the suppliers that are much needed to increase competitiveness there, which is something that we are also excited about.